Hey everyone. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to graph a linear equation given in standard form. I'm going to show two different methods here. The first method we're going to look at is how to graph using the X and Y-intercepts. So this is a method that you don't even have to use slope for. I know with point slope and slope intercept you've had to use the slope of the line. In this one you actually don't need to because we're going to have our 2 points once we find our X and Y intercepts. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with finding the X and Y intercepts, which was in the prior video. So to find the x-intercept, we know that we would set the y equal to 0 and solve that. And to get the y-intercept, we know that we would set the x equal to 0 and then solve for the y. Okay, so on the left side, our x-intercept is going to be 4x equals 12, and then divide by 4, and our x-intercept would be 3. Okay, and our y-intercept, again, that cancels out, and it would be negative 3, y equals 12, and then divide by negative 3 on both sides, and we get y equals negative 4. Okay, so those tell us what our x and y-intercepts are. Our x-intercept would be 3, 0, and our y-intercept would be 0, negative 4. Those are going to be the 2 points that we are going to graph on our line. If you need more review of how to get the X and Y intercepts, just check the prior video. I go over it in detail, a little bit more than I just did, on how to get the X and Y intercepts. Alright, so let's go ahead and graph our 2 points here. So we have our x-intercept, which is 3, 0. 3, 0 is this point right here. And then we have 0, negative 4, which is this point right here. Alright, and then that's it. 2 points. Connect our lines, draw our arrows. All right, and that is all you have to do in order to graph using the intercepts. Okay, so this is one of the advantages to using standard form is if you can find the intercepts pretty easily, you can go ahead and graph those 2 intercepts and then connect them. All right, you don't even need to find the slope or anything like that. You can just take a look at the X and Y intercept and then go from there. All right, so let's take a look at one more method here. Alright, so I could solve this one by using the intercepts again. Okay, I could cover this, 18 divided by negative 3, and then I could do the same thing, 18 divided by 9 to get the intercepts, but let's go ahead and use a different method. If for some reason you can't find the intercepts, you could also look to get your equation into slope-intercept form by getting y by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and move my 3x to the other side. We get 9y equals 18. Plus 3x, and then divide everything by 9. I'm using inverse operations to get y by itself. So we get y equals, that's going to be 2, and then 3 over 9 reduces to 1/3 x. Then we can go ahead and just graph that equation. All right, so our starting point we know is our y-intercept, which is 2. And our slope is up 1 over 3, so I would go up 1 and to the right 3. So again, up 1 and to the right 3, and graph my point. All right, and I'm going to continue it here. All right, and you can see if you were to find the x and y intercepts of this one, the x-intercept would be negative 6, 0, which is right here, and the y-intercept would be 0, 2. But again, this is just a different method you can use to graph a line. We know that if we can get something in the slope-intercept form, we can graph it relatively easily as well. But I think as far as standard form, getting the x and y intercepts is the quicker method for solving these. All right. Either method works, though. So again, you could use the first method to get the x and y intercepts. Or if you don't want to do that, you can also get y by itself and graph it in slope-intercept form.